it's heavy, heavy friending. There is an eagle flying.
Yeah!
Ba 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 da 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 do ba dee da do da. Dwa da da dwa da pachat and tapatwai. Hello, everybody. It's election season. I've got my vote sticker on and nothing else.
You put your sticker on? Did it cover?
No, actually. Yeah, I'm not wearing pants. I'm just wearing
it's a really big vote sticker, guys.
Tiny vote sticker.
He's got a big old dick.
Well, it's cold. It's autumn. The leaves are falling. They're begging for mercy. And I have that vote feeling.
Yeah, me too. I already voted. I voted early. I voted on the second day because the first day was crazy in Austin. I think we're at, what is it, like 97% of our population is registered. So
yeah, and by the time this comes out,
it's awesome.
The state might be a swing state.
Oh,
actually, no, that's not true.
I like to swing.
Folks, thanks for listening. This is called the Heavy Friending Podcast. Well, not that heavy. It's called Heavy Friending.
Yeah.
And it is a podcast.
And it is Austin's #1 friendship-based podcast. And the mayor has said that. And so have other people. Apparently there's another podcast in town trying to...
there's one other podcast in town.
There's another one trying to pretend and front, some people would say, that they're a friendship podcast and they're trying to, encroach on our turf. And we see you and we know who you are and we know where you live. And we know Austin's social security numbers.
We are Austin's #1 friendship-based podcast because currently we are the only one until these losers came along.
Well,
and
but
they
we
tried
still
to
are
steal,
#1. So
they tried to steal our thunder. We're #1, but we don't like it. We'd rather be #1 out of
just
one.
For sure. Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Not 1 out of 2.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
But speaking of this show, it's a great one. And speaking of the mayor saying this is a great show,
he did.
He's a politician.
Yeah.
And I mentioned a vote sticker on my penis. And now we're getting to really the big deal of today's episode. I'm sort of shocked we were able to make this booking.
Yeah, me too. And I mean, a lot of people have messaged us, right, Joe? Being like, holy shit.
I mean,
Are
honestly,
you serious?
Yeah, we put a little sort of teaser on our social media and we said, hey, we got someone from the White House coming on, hint, hint. Yeah. And then we said, we can't hold it in anymore. We have Donald Trump on the show today. And people were shocked. But some people honestly believe, they believed us.
And that says a lot just about our current president, that you think that he may have come on.
He might have come on the show.
A podcast you've never heard of. And that could be good and bad.
Yeah.
It can be
people
good.
expect him to go on Joe Rogan.
They definitely. That's where the Proud Boys go.
That's where
proud. Every Proud Boy goes.
But we have the proudest boy, and I'm glad that people did believe us because here he is, direct via, I guess, telephone from the White House. The current president of the United States.
Well, just not by popular vote, but electoral.
Oh, no. It's going to get spicy. Donald J. Trump, welcome to Heavy Friending, Donald.
Hello. Is this thing on? Jared, fix my Zoom.
What? It's on.
Hello?
It's on.
Oh, great.
Done.
So
Hi.
Wonderful. Hello. Thank you for having me. Afternoon, Joe and Laura Lee Gifford. So wonderful.
All right.
To be.
Well, that's not our names. And you should know, we're very popular here in the city.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, very popular. You're always drinking the wine with Hoda.
That is true.
Yes,
we do.
And I'm just so excited to be here on your show and to not have to be wearing pants. It's really.
Well, what's your drink of choice? No one ever gets to see you drinking.
What do I drink? Diet Coke, mostly.
Coke.
That is, I'm not sponsored by Diet Coke. They have not given me any money. I will not show you my taxes, but I guarantee that I've not received any money from Diet Coke ever.
What about cocaine, though?
Diet cocaine is also
Just cocaine.
really good.
Okay, cool.
I mean, anything Jared keeps in his pockets.
There's a lot of
I'll just give a
sniffing.
little. Yeah.
But you are sponsored by cocaine, is that right? Or
that is true. Yes. Only the purest Colombian diet cocaine. It's what keeps my slim figure, as you can see.
You look good.
Yeah,
well, it's true. He was, his doctor did say he's the healthiest president we've ever had.
Healthiest, yes. And like you, I prefer to be the healthiest out of one president and to be the only president.
That's true. And generally throughout our history, we have only had one at a time. That's one of our
And
our
I think that's good. I think that's a good thing, Joe.
Okay.
A lot of people don't agree, but I think that's a good thing to have just the one president at a time. That's how I feel.
I think maybe it would be nice to have two. Like the other to be like, hey, man, what about this? Or even, honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to three. A tiebreaker.
A three-way?
So,
I don't know that I care for that at all. No, and I'm sure Mike Pence would not want to be part of that situation.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Well, yeah, because
But perhaps me and Sleepy Joe could work out some sort of odd couple situation.
You know what,
I think
though?
that might work.
Donald Trump and Joe Biden together in a house would be so good.
It'd be lit.
The ratings.
As the kids say, lit.
Lit, yeah.
I see you're trying. So I've noticed a few things about you, Mr. President.
I hope
and that
I
is
will never say that. And Joe, quit it. It's disgusting.
Mr. President, I noticed, obviously, it seems like you're trying to appeal to the youth. It seems like you might be concerned. You said that hip slang word. And then also you're calling into an Austin-based show. Are you worried about losing Texas, and are you worried about losing these young people?
Joe, I think if I've made one thing clear in my enormously successful presidency is that I have never been worried about anything. Nothing concerns me, even the least. And that's true. How I was able to defeat this terrible virus, our victory over the China virus. Some people call it the virus from China, the Wu-Tang virus.
No.
Yes, I've heard that.
Sui Chewy.
No, sir.
The Hong Kong ping pong.
No.
Oh.
The Confucius spray.
Okay.
Not so fortunate cookie. Yes, this inscrutable virus came in, killing like a general and smothering all of our chicken in delicious sauce.
It is important to point out Laura's sort of mocking you with her hands.
I'm not mocking.
I'm
not mocking. That's like
with my big giant hands.
That's typical, left-wing shit right there. What you're doing.
You're fake news, Joe Barlow.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what he's doing, and I'm doing it, and I want to do it like he is doing.
Well, I wanted to point out to the listeners that a lot of hand movements are going on.
Well, he's
just trying to emulate a great man, and then you come and Jeff Bezos your way into this lovely event on a lovely day, and you spray your fake news fact check with your fake facts and your fake checks, and you say, this isn't a real rose garden because it doesn't have the rocks.
Well, let's talk a little about that garden.
Yes. Oh, it's a lovely garden full of beautiful, proud American roses and a few Northern European roses.
Why are you differentiating between the roses?
I just want you to know that my roses are the greatest roses in the world. Sometimes they bring in these roses and they're not the best roses, Joe.
Okay.
They come in here and they take jobs from our American roses and they go into our rose parades. And, all of a sudden, UFC can't win a game. And they're throwing the ball and it's getting intercepted. And I would like to play for a college football team. I'm thinking maybe if things don't go the right way soon, then I will be, winning the Heisman Trophy. Because you can see I'm tall. I'm spelt like a Viking god, some say.
Some
say, you may now say this.
We could, but we wanted to know who.
Could you tell us one person who said it?
Dr. Fakasha Bread. So I said this. He just says, I'm barrel chested.
Can you tell us a little more about the Rose Garden? What was going on in the Rose Garden? Because it seems like it, it did. You guys were outside.
For the
Amy Coney? I'm just saying it seems like it really spread a lot for just being outside. And it makes me wonder, if there's something else maybe going on that we don't know about.
I don't know what you're talking about. We got in this lovely grass and it, the grass was from China and maybe some people coughed on it. I don't know.
They coughed on, hold on. Just wait. You're saying people coughed on grass and that's how you spread the virus?
Some people are saying that, Joe. Some people are saying that.
Somebody was down on all fours?
Well, sure. I mean, Mike Pence is always praying, he's always getting down on his knees. And I tried to tell him not to, which reminds me, we've broken protocol for too long. We should sing the national anthem right now. So I will do it for you because I know neither of you are professional singers.
Okay, fair.
And no kneeling.
That's very rude to say about Joe, but...
I swear if I see either of you kneel, I will fire you from your podcast.
Okay.
I'm totally healthy. Oh, say, can you see the best prez? Yes, it's me. This song is too long, so let's skip to the good part. Oh, say, does that ungrateful Canada behave? For I beat crooked Hillary, and I have a big brain. Play ball, America.
All right. Of course, talent. Joe is clapping for the listener.
Well, we don't
my
know
question
who's
is, how does that make
clapping.
You feel to know that Hillary, got more votes than you, and how has that impacted your presidency?
That's a lie, Lorley, if I may. Excuse me. I don't mean to interrupt you. I never interrupt anyone, especially not a woman. But Hillary only got fraudulent votes. So I'm pretty sure like 30 million of her votes were from illegal immigrants who are not allowed to vote. So, these illegals, they come down from space and they sing our Christmas songs, and it's really terrible. Mm-hmm. I heard this Christmas song from Primo.
Primo the alien?
Yes, and she is an alien, and she must be stopped. I will be the one to stop her.
There's a lot. I've heard there's a lot of people trying.
There are a lot of people. I'm always hearing from a lot of people. Have you noticed this?
Yeah,
there's always so many.
You've always said, a lot of people have said,
because they keep talking at me,
and then I hear it. I like that about. I'll say this: I think you're a terrible president, probably the worst we've ever had. Well, definitely the worst we've ever had. I also think you're disgusting as a human being, and everything about you is gross.
I'm just.
But I will say that you do hear from a lot of people, and I really like that about you. Is that you're always hearing from people, and how people are always telling you things. Everyone says to you.
People are constantly telling me things. Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of those things about being president is you can't stop people from telling you things. Honestly, no matter how many times you say no, don't want another. Security briefing. La 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 lulu. Deep boop boop. No.
I mean, maybe you could listen to a security briefing. That might be useful.
I don't see how. I don't know why that would help at all. I mean, I have a very good relationship with all of the foreign, people.
And Joe, you also have to think if he listened, it's not going to change anything he's going to do. So it really isn't going to help. And so he's probably right in that regard.
It's like I've always said, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Mm-hmm. So you should be listening, but your mouth has teeth. So the teeth does the talking.
That is an expression.
Have you and Mike Pence ever just, how sometimes two guys?
Oh, you're asking if I've ever penetrated Mike Pence.
Well, just not even penetrated, but.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I mean, don't tell his wife.
Well, of course not. She's not cool, right?
Yeah. And I don't think she knows about podcasts. So
or penetration.
No, honestly, probably not. Because he was just as surprised as anyone. He was like, I didn't know that, I've seen poo-poo come out. I've never seen things go
exactly.
in.
Thank you. Agreed.
Wow. I will change the topic.
Okay. You're right naturally. There, Joe? You're right there. You got a little tickle in your throat? Got a little tickle in your throat?
I just feel like I was going to pause for editing. We may not want to include that discussion. You know, I don't know. I guess we'll find out if it makes it in the podcast.
I swear to God, if you come in here with that Jeff Bezos energy and you start editing up my free speech.
What is Jeff Bezos energy?
It's where you're very bald and you're very rich and you come and you use your rich, not like me, to spread my voice, but to silence other voices.
Yeah, and we want to talk about these things that matter to people. I mean, people want to know, is Donald Trump fucking Mike Pence? People want to know, is Mike Pence sucking Donald Trump's dick?
Okay. Okay. And then maybe they do, but maybe that would be edited out. I just don't know at this point. But I do think some people are saying, speaking of some people are saying that you are, what's the word?
I like the part where they're talking about me. This is good.
They are talking about you. They say that a man like Jeff Bezos makes you insecure because not only is he, well, sir, let me ask this, okay? They say that he's a legitimate billionaire with billions and billions, and he built a successful company from nothing. Yeah. And also he's confident enough to show that he actually is a bald man. And so is there any truth to this?
I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, I'm just saying the parallels between the two, you know, you are one thing and he's another.
Look, if there's one thing I hate more than Jeff Bezos, it's geometry. So I don't know what parallels you're talking about, but I say let's get them out of there. He has a company, some people would call it a company, called Amazon, where it's named after a Latin American socialist forest.
What?
That's the Amazon. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they send you boxes and boxes of things, and people get their free goodies and their Prime days, and it's all just so he can get inside your homes and listen to you on his Alexis.
You know, he's saying crazy. It's true what he's saying, though. You know, like these things are true. Like he is full of shit, but what he's saying is true. He does want to, like Jeff Bezos does want to get inside our homes.
You are like a Lady Joe Rogan.
Thank you so much.
I really admire it.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
I'm so glad he's coming to Austin because I think the energy the two of you are going to bring to that town is really going to transform things.
He'd be a great guest.
I hope that happens for you.
Means a lot.
Thoughts and prayers.
So, I mean, let's talk about it. You got COVID, man.
Okay, well, stop being. First of all,
what?
You know, Joe, you're being a bit disrespectful right now.
Sir, you got COVID, man, sir.
Thank you. That's better.
That is better.
So, what's it like? Should we be afraid?
No, don't be afraid. No, it's wonderful. No, COVID is the best thing that ever happened to me. It took look at these cheekbones. You didn't see these cheekbones
I don't see
before.
Them. I don't see them, actually.
You could see them if you would open up your eyes, Joe Barlow, and see past the lies that the mainstream media keep telling you. No, COVID, I lost 35 pounds.
What?
Oh, my God. It's crazy because we can't that's when you know someone, no offense, but that is when you know someone's like really big.
Okay. I think he can hear that even if you lower your voice.
What's this? I hear whispering.
Oh, he can't hear it. Okay, he can't hear.
Well, he's old, Joe. You've forgotten that. He's super old.
I heard super. Yes, I am like a superman. I am now immune to COVID. I'm pretty much immune to everything now, I think. Mm-hmm. I go and I lick handrails. I kiss the babies, even the sick ones. Mm-hmm. And I'm just soaking in all of the cancerous UV rays, and I'm immune to everything.
And I wish you would do more of that. I think you don't do enough of that.
I'll have more time after the election.
Put your head up to the microwave, or honestly, have you ever tried putting your head in the microwave and hitting auto cook?
I have yet to find a microwave in which my head will fit.
Okay.
But as soon as I do, you can bet your sweet Bibby that I will do that.
I've never heard you use that phrase before.
It is a phrase that Mike Pence says a lot. Yeah.
Mike Pence says it?
Yes, he's always talking about his sweet Bibby.
Okay. Is that his wife?
No, that's his wife's vagina.
the very old blanket that he carries around with him.
His wife.
He has a little. Oh, it might be Karen Pence. That's true. I thought it was a Linus type
Some
situation.
people call it a beard, but a blanket is also.
A blanket is also a phrase.
Yeah, definitely.
I spent a lot of time in the 80s going to gay nightclubs because they had the best cocaine and the only place to get diet cocaine at the time.
Of course. Well, yeah. I mean,
what other phrases? Because Mike Pence fascinates me because to the public, he's very wooden. He's boring. People compare him to mayonnaise, which is a condiment that is known for not much flavor and kind of being boring. And
I've seen him turn down mayonnaise because it's too spicy. No, he's a very boring, very dry human being. Even dry is actually because that connotes a texture that I don't think he's capable of. His personality is more like a Teflon coated in canola oil or some other maybe a grapeseed oil.
That's generous a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But what else does he say? He says, bet your sweet Bibby. We like that one.
Does
he have other phrases?
Let's hang the gays. Or gays are hung or something like that.
Yeah, gays are super hung. I think that's what he was saying.
That's how I hear it too, and I've heard it from him. Yeah. So
okay, well, maybe I don't need to hear more phrases. That probably covers it. Those two common phrases.
Well, he also says things like, "Don't take any wooden nickels."
Oh, okay.
I bet. Yeah,
this is a question I have, and it's been weighing on me a lot. Did you see the new?
You should get COVID if it's weighing on you. You'll lose 35 pounds just like that.
I actually need to because I went to the doctor and I've gained 10 pounds since quarantine started.
Before that, he was already a little
pudgy.
Right. So I'm up. If I lost 10, I'd be real happy. But, I could probably lose what you've lost, 35.
You could never lose what he lost. You could never do what he does.
No way. True. I have lost. I felt, a lot of people talk about how Joe Biden has experienced loss, but I've felt so much more loss than him. I mean, like he lost a daughter and a wife. I've lost 2 wives, and my sons, I wish I could lose. It's a much worse fate.
And all of us feel the same.
And you've lost most of your business enterprises as well. A lot of them failed and died.
Wink.
What's that mean? Why are you winking? What's going on?
I'm just saying, if you could see my taxes, which I will never show you, everything's fine. Wink.
Okay. You owe a lot of money. I like to say
wink when I wink.
Yeah, I wink.
No, I like that because it's great for podcasts. I mean, I'll tell you that.
That's helpful.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
You should narrate everything you do, Mr. President.
That is a brilliant idea.
I want to talk to you a little bit about Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy.
Like the movie.
He's my October surprise guy.
Yeah. Did you see the Borat movie at all, or what he did?
The documentary film? Yes. I did.
So you did. Okay.
Or at least parts. I've seen bits and parts.
I just was wondering what your take on what happened in the room was when he put both his hands down his pants, and then in my opinion, was trying to get a boner. But I mean,
it was astonishing. It was remarkable. An affront to justice. I think he needs to sue Borat for cock blocking him so mightily, and he should get a do-over with that young Kazakhstani girl. Okay. And maybe 2 or 3 more.
Because I mean, I will say, like, a lot of people's complaints were that
that he couldn't go all the way. That's what America wanted to see.
Right. I mean, Joe, you don't think he was taking it out, but you thought he was trying to get aroused.
No, he told me he was working very diligently to get aroused, and that within the next 20 to 40 minutes, he would have been there.
And a couple of pills, maybe. Yeah.
It's just a couple of pills helped. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He, I mean, I might disagree. I didn't know it was a documentary. I thought it was sort of like actors. I thought that the woman was an actor.
You can tell because the cameras were very shaky, and that means a documentary.
Have you seen Blair Witch Project?
Yeah, the documentary Blair Witch Project. Yes. Yeah, that with the girl with the snotty nose. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can't fake snot like that.
No, and I want you to know that by the end of this Halloween, we will have captured the Blair Witch.
What? Is that a priority for
That
you?
is a promise.
It should be. I really appreciate that. A lot of us, since I've been in junior high, I've been worried about that fucking witch.
And, Joe Biden was a senator. He was in D.C. that whole time. So weak on the Blair Witch. Never caught him. Doesn't even know. And I will capture that Blair Witch and I will bring it to justice. I have a very elaborate plan involving a old washer and dryer at the end of a rickety staircase and then a couple of roller skates. And we will toss a cloth over the Blair Witch, and then Scooby and the gang will chase it next to the staircase. Fred will push it off the stairs, and then they just have to close the washing machine, and then roly-toly, we got ourselves a Blair Witch. I probably shouldn't say this in case the Blair Witch is listening, but...
Yeah, she doesn't listen.
That's good. Because let me tell you, I told Syria everything that I was going to do there. That really backfired. Should not have told them my exact plan step by step.
It's almost like you should learn from these experiences and then not repeat them.
Yeah.
Almost.
Learn from these experiences and not repeat them. Oh, well, now I've repeated what you said, and I feel like that's backwards.
You did demonstrate what not to do. You should have learned, and you didn't have to repeat it.
Let's not you repeat your mistake where you correct me.
Thank you,
Joe.
Well, he does that to me a lot too.
You're a very negative person.
Well, no.
Oh my God, I've said that so many times.
I'm glad you two have found some common ground here.
We have. I mean, I want to fucking put a rope around his neck and pull it until it can't breathe. But
totally understandable.
I love that we have, and that's the American way, is that, we hate each other and we want to literally, not just like a joke, we want to literally sometimes literally kill each other. I want to literally kill you. It's not a joke.
Yeah, I don't want to make this too personal, Joe, but I do hope that you die soon.
Oh my God.
Painfully.
Yeah. 100%. Okay.
And it's not, I don't say this about many people, Joe Barlow energy, but you've got there's something very Eric about you,
Yeah.
My tall son Eric.
We know your son Eric.
We know which one.
Not the one that plays Minecraft.
That would be Baron.
The one that carries my Coke.
Sure.
That Coke. But the other one.
Yeah.
The flat-faced one. Waste of sperm, I call him.
Okay. Well, that's now hurtful to both of us.
And the Bible tells you not to waste your sperm. I've been told by Mike Pence many times.
I believe
don't waste it.
You said I was negative, and I want to get positive with you, okay? Because I want to bring up a moment that I think will bring you joy, and maybe we'll see.
I like where this is going. This is new energy for you, Joe. I like this.
So remember at that town hall with Savannah, I believe it was, Guthrie, that you had that woman who came up and she said, she was almost bashful. She said how handsome you looked when you smiled.
Oh, yes. That woman, she wanted to go to town on this president. Not my type, but love the energy.
Why not your type? Because I think she was very interested.
She was very, how do you say, old?
Oh, no.
She's very not young, if you will.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, did that affect you in any way? Do you find your face wanting to creep into a little smile?
I'm very affected all the time and infected. And yes, so that does make me smile. As I can smile right now. I love smiling.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, let's end the podcast with. I would just love to see a big.
Okay. And I guess Laura, you should describe it for the listeners.
His teeth. It seems like maybe his teeth aren't in all the way.
There's something wrong with
press it in a little just to keep it to your face? Could you press your dentures in?
He's really straining.
Could you say, God bless the United States of America?
God bless the United States of America and the great president Donald Trump.
You know, when this podcast comes out, is it going to be tomorrow? Or
it's going to come out at ASAP because we really owe it to the American people.
We do, because, I mean, when this comes out, we'll be days away from the election. And so we're going to end the podcast. We're going to end the podcast, but we're going to leave the last word with you. And just, what is your pitch? What's your pitch to the American people? And sum it up right now and tell them why they should vote for you, Don.
Well, let's put it this way. So, we just got our new Supreme Court justice. Everybody loves that. I'm going to make everyone a corporation, so you all get a tax cut. And Amy Coney Barrett makes our Supreme Court justice lead at 6'3", and just like a football team, I'm gonna do clock management for the next 4 years. I'm just gonna hold the ball. I'm just gonna run it every time. That's my plan.
Hope that no one dies.
Hope for no change,
or gains a conscience or anything like that.
Yeah. That's the plan. Yeah.
Well, I hope you die, and thank you so much for coming on.
We all die eventually.
Yeah, I hope you die very soon, like within the next 24 hours. That would be. Sorry to disappoint, wonderful.
But I am immortal now.
Immortal?
Immortal.
Yes. You're amortal. That means you might die.
You may.
Sorry, maybe my doctor said I am amortal. Amoral because of the
amoral. Okay.
Because of the regenerant.
Yeah. Any of those things work, but not true. Immortal.
Yeah,
definitely
he's not. He's not. Frienders, I hope you guys learned something from this podcast.
Get involved.
Get involved. Vote. And look at what we did. People are saying, oh, they can't come together. They can't find common ground. We did. Mm-hmm. Trump and I found common ground on over how, Joe sucks. He's very lame. True. And boring. And so you can always find common ground a lot of times and especially, in shit talking other people. That's one way. So.
You should be given an award, Lily, honestly. I don't know how.
Thank you.
Hey, Lily, do you ever have to wear a back brace? Are you okay from carrying this show?
How did you know?
Why don't you
that'll
give
be covered
her
in my health plan. In my health plan, that'll be covered.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that health plan, by the way.
Oh yeah, we're covering all the hits.
I feel like we've all been asking. I would love to see it.
We'll be covering polo.
I think. Do you mean polio?
Polo. If you get hit by a mallet while riding a horse, totally covered.
Okay, so a lot of rich people will benefit from that. I do want to give you the floor. I know you're probably going to want to plug voting, obviously, but anything else you want to give a shout out here, sir?
I mean, there's a local, since you're in Austin, there's a local Austin funny man that you may have heard of. I believe that's his nom de corps, is that he is local Austin funny man, Ted Meredith.
Oh, Ted Meredith. Okay.
Ted Meredith. I'm hearing great things about Ted Meredith, better and better all the time. You can follow him on Twitter at Tedgar3, TEDGAR3.
So Tedgar was taken?
I'm not sure. I think it's a family name. I think it's a family name. I'm not sure.
How would the president know? That would be crazy if he knew.
Okay. And he does many funny things with the people at Esther's Follies, which is a deplorable theater that no one should ever go to because they make fun of me there. But you can go to the Esther's Follies Patreon in these trying times that are totally fine because we're winning the war on the pandemic at patreon.com/Esther's Follies.
All that will be linked in the description below for Ted Meredith. Tedgar 3.
He sounds like a fine American.
He does.
A phenomenal human being. A lot of people are saying.
So he's going to vote for you then, I guess?
The Frederick Douglass of Austin is what I'm hearing people say.
And you know exactly who Frederick Douglass is.
Yeah, you've talked about.
Oh yeah, he played for the Celtics.
Yep.
Yes. Well, thank you all so much for listening. This has been Heavy Friending. Any parting words?
Go vote, but don't go crazy.
Sure. Don't go crazy. Okay, marry, fuck, kill between Ivanka, Don Jr., and Eric.
Well, come on, we know.
Well, I would marry Ivanka, and then I would fuck her to consummate the marriage, and then I would kill Eric and Don Jr.
That was good.